again and welcome to day 13 of my Christmas card making. Today I have asked my crafting friend Gail Mans to contribute, and she has made a fantastic cracker card. Not only is she a talented crafter, she also loves craft consortium papers, so you're in for a real treat. Please do like this video and then go on and also subscribe to Gail Mans Card Designs YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I have.
Hello everybody, my name is Gail Mans and I'm delighted that Elisabeth has asked me to collaborate with her on her 25 days of Christmas card making. I'm going to show you today what I call a cracker card, because I think it looks a little bit like a cracker when it's sat like that. It's a really nice fold. It sits like this so it can fold flat for posting, but you can open it up a little bit to show it to its full effect, and you can write on the back for your little sentiment for your Christmas wishes. This one I've made using a Holly Hobby Christmas collection, and this one is the Craft Consortium Tartans pack. I've got a bit of a red theme happening with mine, so quite a traditional colour scheme. But today's card will be made using the beautiful 'Tis the Season paper pad from Craft Consortium, which I'm sure you'll have seen Elisabeth demonstrating. Gorgeous papers, designed by Lindsay Kelly. So there's a quick flick through. Lots and lots of different colour pages to pick from, but today's card I'm going to be using this one's, the kind of Nordic. So again, the red theme's happening with me. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I have prepped all my little bits and pieces that I'm going to need for today's card. So basically what we're going to start off with is a piece of card which is 12 inches by 4 inches. And we're going to score this to make the cracker shape. These other little bits are for decorating, so I'll put them to the side and I'll show you what to do with them later. I'll just take in my scoreboard here. So we're measuring in inches just because it means you can use a sheet of 12 by 12 paper and you can get 3 cards out of it. So we're going to start by scoring at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches and 10, and that gives us your basic concertina shape. You're also going to put a small mark at 6 inches. This is so you can make your diagonal scores. You'll notice on my Hoogie board that I have got a black line down the middle of it. This helps to line up if you're doing different kinds of scores, which I'll just show you just now, because our next scores are going to be the diagonal ones. So this mark in the middle is the 6 inches. So if you line that up there, and you're going to take it down to the very bottom of your 10-inch score. So we'll just line it up there. And we're going to do the same with the bottom mark. It's going to go up to the top of the 2-inch score. And then we'll scooch it over and we'll do the same. There's the bottom of your 6-inch and the top of your 10. And again to here. So that's the top of the 6 and the bottom of the 2. I'm hoping that you can see those score lines there. And now it's just a case of folding them in. So you can give them a good burnish once you've kind of roughly folded them all. You fold them all along. I tend to fold them all in the same way, because then you just make the shape yourself as it comes along. But you can see from there possibly that I've already got a good shape of it. So all you're going to do is squeeze in these two and tuck this bit's under, And that is your basic shape. Like I say, you can just give it a good burnish just to hold the shape, whichever sides you feel need a little bit of extra. So this it's a 4x4 card when it's folded flat. It is a little bit bulky, so you might have to watch what decorations you're putting on it for posting it, but it's a really nice one. So there's your basic shape, really simple to do. So the next thing we're going to do is decorate it. Okay, so now I've brought in all the little pieces that I'm going to need to decorate my card. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, which all measure 2 5/8 of an inch. One is plain white, which is actually going to be stuck to the back, and that will be to enable me to write a sentiment onto the back. The other 4 will be for decorating this front panel here. I have 2 strips which measure 4 by 1.5 inches, and they'll be put into the middle of there. And I have a sentiment and a couple of wee bits for embellishments. So I'll pop these out of the way just now. For these squares, I'm going to stick one into the middle here. One of the squares will be to do this side, and the other 2 will be to do these 2. So the squares all measure slightly less, so that you can see that there's a little border left around everything. So to do these side pieces, you're going to take one of your squares, just pop this to the side, and you're going to cut it in half diagonally. So just lining up the 2 diagonals onto your paper cutter like that. Slide that aside a bit. And these 2 will fit nicely onto there. You don't have to decorate these 2 bits, and if you're using patterned paper it's probably better to leave it, but the same principle applies. You've actually got 4 triangles, so we're going to cut these ones into 4. So on the diagonal, oops, I'll put that flat against there, because that way I know that I'm going to get the centre if I line up that against there. So there we have 1, 2. 3, 4. And the other thing to watch is if your paper is directional, because you might end up with upside down pictures, or patterns rather. But this paper's can be used any which way. So now that that's all the bits cut, it's time to glue them. Right, so that's everything glued and stuck down, and as you can see I've added my embellishments as well. So this is just a sentiment with Festive Love from Paper Boutique, and 2 little die cuts on the side, which is it's a die that I've had forever in my stash. And it goes quite nicely with that. And on the back I have fitted the little white panel. I've also inked around the edges just using some Distress Ink Festive Berries, just to give it a wee bit of an edge. So that's us, all done and dusted. Lovely little 4x4 card, perfect for posting. It looks amazing on the mantelpiece. I've also made one here with patterned paper from 'Tis the Season. Again, just using that red mirri card, matte mirri card, which is really nice. I might put another little wee embellishment on there yet, or maybe a wee sentiment. But it looks great with the patterned paper too. And the craft consortium patterned paper is really good for construction. So there we have it. That's my Christmas cards for Elisabeth's 25 days of Christmas. Hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thanks a lot to Elisabeth for letting me share her channel. I hope to see you soon on my channel, Gail Manns Card Designs. Thanks for watching. Bye!